A prophet of
love
God
defies
called
their
out a
laws.
queen's sin.
A sin that
She
binds us
couldn't kill him
eternally.
Let the
directly,
world condemn
so
us.
she used her daughter as bait, her husband's lust as a trap, and a birthday party as the murder scene. This is how Herodias beheaded John the Baptist. Mark 6 records one of the most twisted murders in Scripture. Herodias, wife of Herod Antipas, orchestrated the beheading of John the Baptist, the greatest prophet who ever lived, because he told the truth about her sin. Context: Herodias was originally married to Philip, Herod Antipas's brother, but she divorced Philip and married Herod while Philip was still alive. This violated two laws. Number 1, divorce without biblical grounds, adultery. Number 2, marrying your brother's wife while he lives, Leviticus 18 verse 16. John the Baptist, being a true prophet, called it out. Mark 6 verse 18. John had been saying to Herod, "It is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife." He was publicly declaring their marriage was sinful, and Herodias was furious. Mark 6 verse 19. Herodias nursed a grudge against John and wanted to kill him, but she was not able to. Why couldn't she? Verse 20. Herod feared John and protected him, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man. When Herod heard John, he was greatly puzzled, yet he liked to listen to him. So Herod had John arrested to shut him up and please Herodias, but he wouldn't kill him because he knew John was a prophet of God. Herodias was stuck. The man exposing her sin was in prison, but still alive. So she waited for her opportunity. Mark 6 verse 21. Finally, the opportune time came. On his birthday, Herod gave a banquet for his high officials and military commanders and the leading men of Galilee. Everyone important was there, drunk, celebrating, lustful. Perfect conditions for manipulation. Mark 6 verse 22. When the daughter of Herodias, Salome, came in and danced, she pleased Herod and his dinner guests. He did not want to refuse her. His pride and reputation were more important than justice and righteousness. So he sent an executioner who beheaded John in prison. Verse 28. He brought back his head on a platter and gave it to the girl, who gave it to her mother. Herodias finally got what she wanted. The prophet who exposed her sin was dead. But here's what's prophetic. Jesus said in Matthew 11 verse 11, "Among those born of women there has not risen anyone greater than John the Baptist." He was the greatest prophet, and he was murdered for speaking truth. The consequences for Herodias and Herod. Herod was later exiled and died in disgrace. Herodias went into exile with him, losing everything. Their names became synonymous with evil. They're remembered for murdering a prophet. Jesus later warned. Matthew 23 verses 29 to 36. You build tombs for the prophets you murdered. Their blood will be on your hands. Here's the message. When you silence truth-tellers because they expose your sin, you're not fighting them. You're fighting God. Herodias could have repented of her unlawful marriage, humbled herself before John's message, thanked him for speaking truth. Instead, she murdered him and sealed her own judgment. Today, prophetic voices are still being silenced, canceled, mocked, persecuted for speaking truth. Don't be like Herodias, who killed the messenger. And if you're a messenger, don't let fear of Herodias stop you from speaking. John lost his head, but won his crown. Better to die speaking truth than live comfortable in lies. Subscribe to support truth-tellers. Hit that notification bell. Comment, "I stand for truth," even when it costs you. Prophetic courage is needed now more than ever.